I should introduce myself first. I'm Jonathan Meth. I'm Executive Director of Theatre Is, which is running the It's Our Theatre project across the whole of Thurrock. And It's Our Theatre is a hip-hop theatre programme designed to discover and develop the talent of 13 to 19-year-olds across the whole of the area.
And what are they up to? What kind of workshops have you got going on?
Okay, well the project started 2 weeks ago with a whole series of roadshows that went to different schools delivered by our partners Throwdown, who are a series of crack hip-hop practitioners who ply their trade across the world. All young people in their early to mid-20s, and whether they're graphers, b-boyers, MCs, spoken word artists, whatever, they're now rolling out a series of workshops over these 4 nights here at St Clair's School, and we've got 50 young people who've been selected this week, and there'll be another 50 next week and another 50, making 150 the week after. That out of about 400 who applied, out of about 2,000 who saw the roadshows that happened at various schools and connections and drop-in centres and youth dance companies like Street Life across the region. And then the whole thing culminates in a slam night where the young people show off what their skills are, what they've learned, what they want to present on October the 29th at the Tameside Theatre in Grays.
So it sounds really exciting, especially the Tameside Theatre bit. Are they all going to take part in that, or is there going to be selected individuals?
Well, I think if you can imagine 150 people all doing their turns, we would be there for about 5 hours. So I think probably not everyone will want to present or will have something to present. But we'll kind of wait and see what emerges. My guess is that probably a third to a half of the young people, something like that, will be doing stuff. So there'll be loads going on. Some might be doing stuff individually, some might work in pairs as a group. It sort of depends on what they want to do. We can do some real-time graphing. Obviously there'll be music, there'll be dance, there'll be spoken word and rapping. Kind of all depends really. This is the journey that we're on, to discover what the talent is and what it wants to do. And then we'll see what happens on the slam night.
And you must be showcasing talent as well. There's loads of talented individuals in their hall, and
absolutely,
it's just amazing to get them all together and sort of work together and showcase what they can really do.
Well, I think what's great about the professional artists that we work with is apart from the fact that they're professional and role models because of the way in which they work, just the energy that they create. It's kind of infectious, but also they create space for the young people to rapidly take over, driving what happens. So the combination of kind of fantastic creative stimulation, but also that opportunity which says, well, show us what you can do, show us what you're interested in, show us how you'd like to develop your skills. There's an important part of it as well, which I haven't spoken about, which I do want to mention, which is that in addition to all those skills, it's also about identifying some of those young people who are interested in making stuff happen. Because making stuff happen, doesn't matter how skillful you are, if you haven't got the wherewithal to get out there and start organising and start producing and start making stuff happen, then you'll remain talented but undiscovered. So we're also interested in creating, through this process, an engagement with, if you like, an entrepreneurial spirit. That means that in the next phase, we're going to start working with a cohort of young people who come through the process, maybe 20 to 30, who are really kind of talented, dedicated, committed, but also with some people who are going to be entrepreneurial, who are going to be producing and be event managing, so that we can start to grow that team of people out of this process in the next phase, to start eventually running their own club nights, their own slam nights, and being in charge and overseeing how all that is going to work. And obviously the fact that we've played to 2,000 people through the roadshows, had 100 people come through the workshops, hopefully all their families are aware of it, all the schools are aware of it. We're tapping into the local community and making sure that it's connected up to itself. So the idea is then, when those young people have gone through the process, they can cascade back down through all those people as part of the community that's there for them to communicate with when they come to run their own events.
So it's a good thing what you're doing.
Well, I hope so. We certainly think so. One of the things that many things we're doing around this, we're working with some creative media diploma students who are going to make a documentary in terms of case studies of some of the young people who are going through the process. We're working with Be Involved and their Thundercats team, who are our external evaluators, who are all young people aged 16 to 25, who are working with us to facilitate the young people's voices about what they think about the process and the project, but also to tell us as outside eyes, who are also young people, what they think as well, so that we can learn and we can constantly refine what we do and make it better. But also that we hear and listen to young people constantly in terms of they tell us rather than us telling them.